Hey guys, Loyal here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to retake the B and A bomb site and a bunch of grenades that'll help you out. So starting with the B bomb site, I'm going to show you 5 Molotovs and like 3 smokes and some flashes that'll help you out over at the B bomb site. So starting off, if you want a Molotov under the window in the site, come under here under this green sign in the middle of it, pull the pin and aim your index finger on your left hand over the rock, like the top left of the rock under the window. You will need the classic view model for this. I recommend using it anyways. It's kind of the standard in smoke throwing. A lot of different grenades on different maps use it, and then throw. That incendiary grenade will come over here and explode in air, Molotoving anyone under this window. The second Molotov that I'm going to show you is you're going to come here and aim at the top of this arch, and this will Molotov the big box in the site. And I just run until this thing that comes out, this bulge, disappears on the left side of my screen, you'll see. So I'll run, throw. And it'll bounce off the sign and Molotov there. And that's a really good Molotov because this is kind of the best spot to hold. Oof. It's like the best spot to hold as a terrorist in after plan against mid. So Molotoving that off is really, really solid. Another good Molotov is if you come here, you see this rock under this window that we just lined up the Molotov with. If you walk in here, like there's these different lines, one here, one here, one here. If you just come between these two lines, and then aim right here. There's these 3 rings with like corners, 1, 2, 3 corner. The third corner from the right at the bottom of the bottom ring. It's kind of complicated to say. Just aim there and throw, and it'll bounce down there. And that's a good one because it'll Molotov behind this double stacked box. I've messed around with it a lot, and I've tried to get one that will Molotov this default corner, but I've got it before, but I tried for 10, 20 minutes and couldn't get it, but that Molotov is pretty solid overall. Another good Molotov is if you come here in this corner of the scaffolding between the wall, you like kind of fit in snugly there. If you see this dome, it'll come around, go to the right, and then it'll curve back in. At the rightmost part around here, you're just going to aim there with your crosshair and throw, and that will Molotov right here in this car corner and Molotov anyone playing in there. You can also throw a good smoke from the same spot if you aim at the middle of this B against the wall and aim up to right above the wall and throw. That smoke will come here, bounce off, and will smoke off the tunnel, and anyone playing here will be forced to take a more aggressive position to try to help. They can't just play there and like juke you in an after plant. Another good Molotov, or incendiary technically, is if you come up against the scaffolding and walk until you feel yourself hit a clip right here. I then aim, there's these 4 balconies, I then aim at the top right one, there's a fan on the ceiling, I aim a little lower than that, about here, and I throw. The reason I throw that one so specific is it bounces here and will molly anyone who tries to jump up here or up onto this one. Because you'll see a lot of pro players, some people will molly like here, pro players will jump up here and they won't get mollied, but that one actually does molly you if you come up there, so it's a really good Molotov to throw. And then the smoke I'll show you, one of the smokes I'll show you, this one's not too specific, but there's the gap in the door. I line it up so the gap isn't there anymore where the doors are touching. I aim about here in the middle of this, like the square on the right side, down under, just down 1 square. It's not too specific, but I just run and throw that. It'll bounce off and smoke off, allowing you to enter the bomb site without the left side showing you. That one actually didn't cover too much, so if you actually just aim and like run a little more, it'll go a little further, and it'll smoke off the car side, allowing you to exit into the bomb site without having to worry about the left side. You can just come out, try to frag. It'll also kind of cover window, especially anyone playing that corner. It'll help out there. Not the best smoke, but it can be useful. The last smoke I want to show you is from the tunnel. If you're retaking from the tunnel and you come here to this pillar and just walk into the middle of it on this side, and you'll see this arch has something like points that come out. If you aim at the right one, just throw. This will throw a lurk smoke. The smoke's decent because it'll allow you to walk up here without being shot like with an op back here, and then you can like just come up and like flash through it or do whatever you want to do and try to take some fights. It's a pretty decent smoke. Then some flashes. The flash I like to throw is on the ground. You can see a seam here. If you come here and you aim at the seam against that, it'll bounce off, but you want to run throw that, so you want to run through it like that, so it'll go over the wall. If you just step forward with like one run and throw, it's pretty solid. You can also shift walk it, like that. Those will go over and flash people. Other simple ones you can throw are just off this telephone pole, like aim high and run through them off. It's pretty solid. And if you want to be really flashy, you can just like run here and throw it off that, and it'll bounce over the wall and flash people. But that's kind of more for fun. Or if you want to retake really fast, you don't want to stop and throw a flash, I guess you could just like throw that, flash over, then peek. Could do that. So that's kind of it for the B-bomb site. Over at A, there's 3 different ways you can retake A. There's the catwalk, there's the long area, and there's down at CT. Starting with the catwalk, one really solid flash you can always throw to get control of Cat, and you can throw this as a terrorist too. It's just bounce it off the corner, like that. I mean, that's pretty much the best one you're going to get. It might not flash someone holding this angle, but the higher you throw it, the better, because, for example, if you were to throw it down here or up here, if you look at the 2 different grenade things, someone who's holding back here won't get flashed by that one, but they will get flashed by that one. So the higher the better. You can also, if you really want to throw this Molotov, you kind of come here where you can see this window and just aim at it and throw and run. A Molotov that corner where some terrorists like to play. That's not the best use of a Molotov, but it's decent if you maybe have a bunch of people alive and you just need to use a Molotov and you already have enough Molotovs, you can throw that one. So a really good smoke to throw is if you walk into this wall against the stair and you simply line up the right side of, you see this building, there's these 2 buildings with different windows. On the right side of this, if you get the smoke grenade and walk up to about here, aim at the top right of this window and just run throw for a second, it'll bounce off that wall and come into that corner. That smoke's really good because any terrorist playing on the ramp, while this angle and this angle are still exposed, anyone who's playing this headshot angle will have to swing wide, anyone playing up here won't be able to see you, and anyone who plays like over this box won't be able to see you either. So it's a good smoke. And the reason that smoke's especially good is, here, let me show you something real quick. Let me re-throw it. If you throw, that might have been too far, I might have ran a little bit. No, that works. If you have this molly and you aim like here and you bounce it off that pizza sign, it'll actually Molotov this site, and it won't and the smoke won't extinguish it. So I really like that smoke. So yeah, that Molotov is really solid. Again, the way you throw that is, you just want to get it to bounce off that pizza sign, and you want to be close to the bricks when you throw it, so it goes really far. You just aim at like the top of that window and throw when I get close to the bricks. It's not too specific, but the deeper you can get it and cover most of the site, the better. And there's also another Molotov that you can throw that's a little more situational. If they smoked off Cat like that, or I guess it would be more realistically be like that, you want to come here. There's like this gap at the left at the bottom of the bricks. You want to come here and jump up. If you're up here, you can see there's this balcony right here, and they're above a rug. You want to aim at the top of that and just throw an incendiary grenade. That'll explode in midair and will molly off the whole goose area, so anyone who's playing here will get Molotovs. Force them to run out. Here, I'll show you the lineup without the smoke, so you can kind of get a better idea. So you just line up here, jump up on the brick, and then aim. You can actually go a little more forward. I wasn't that forward. You can aim like there, and it'll throw. And Molotov anyone off. For flashes, you can basically just do your standard, like flash over there, kind of pop over that thing. It'll be kind of a pop flash. Anyone holding here will get flashed. I'm getting a message on Facebook. Hold on. Sorry. And that flash is pretty good. Just your standard Cat flashes. You can also flash deeper if you want, like that, like run through one. That way, anyone who has an op, as you can see, who's like holding this Cat spot, that's pretty common, will get flashed because it'll pop about up there. They'll still get flashed even though they're scoped in, won't see that flash. So that one's decent if you want to flash anyone holding the car angle or over here. That kind of sums it up for Cat. If you come down here into the CT area, really there's not much nades you can throw from here. One you can throw is just like, this one I kind of have more of a feel for. I can't really describe the lineup. The best way I can describe it is you can see the slope comes up and then kind of evens out again and then goes back up. Where it kind of evens out, you can stand here. I kind of aim near the top of the building and then just run backwards and throw a Molotov with my mouse 1. And that'll explode on this side and will Molotov anyone there too. So you can throw that one. You can also just throw mollies for ramp off that wall. That'll molly that ramp area, so anyone playing here will have to fall in. You'll be able to hear the sounds. You'll also get the information of if someone's playing that ramp. And you can also throw flashes just off here, or like, that one's okay. You can just throw them for the ramp, flash along, that sort of thing. That's kind of all the nades you can throw. Oh, and while we're talking about Cat, you can also throw a nade there too, where I threw the Molotov. If you throw a nade there too, that'll also do a lot of damage, just a side note. So going over to long, the nades you throw at long are pretty much the same ones you'd throw as a terrorist if you're trying to take long. I mean, you have your flash that you can throw. This is my favorite flash for taking it since you can do it all running. I run and I hold both my left and my right mouse button, so I do like a half throw. I aim straight up and then I run through these doors, and as soon as I hit here, I just throw like that, and that flash will come over there and flash anyone. You can also throw flashes like off this door. That one's decent. Just like right click them. Any flash to use for long you can use in a retake. But the one I really want to talk about is there's this Molotov that's really useful for the car. You can see there's these concrete barriers. This one, this one, this one, this one. The left and the second from the left, there's this middle thing. You basically just want to stand here. Doesn't matter too much where you stand. You just want to line the split, like the middle where they touch, with this right wall. And then you just want to aim at the top of this pole. A little to the left too. Hold on. I guess further's actually better. Yeah, you want to aim like up there. It's gonna... The heck, this isn't working. It was working perfectly fine before. My phone's like going crazy. Yeah, there you go. That's how you throw it. Just experiment with a bit in a server, and you'll get it down. That's a pretty decent car Molotov. Flashes are pretty standard. Throwing them off there, like throwing them between there is good. That's basically it. That's basically it, yeah, for your retake nades. This has been Loyal, sponsored by Tyrant Gaming GG. Big shout outs to my sponsors, Game Tyrant, AOC Monitors, and you can use my G2A code down below to save some money off games. That's about it. Subscribe if you like this content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.